Hey everybody, Josh here. Thanks for listening to the podcast. Mike's with me.
I'm here.
Nathan's with me.
Here.
That's a spoiler. Real quick, I just want to say thank you to our Patreon subscribers thus far. Thanks for supporting the show. And if you're listening to this and you're a fan of InterBrews or just a fan of craft beer and Houston craft beer and all the great people like Nathan around in the industry that's in the Houston area and you like InterBrews, throw us some support. You know, if you want to, go to interbrews.com/Patreon or patreon.com/interbrews, and you can support for as little as $1 an episode. You get exclusive recordings and all kinds of insider info. We may even get Nathan to spill some super insider, never-before-heard kind of stuff. I just threw that on him. All right, on to the podcast.
The following is a presentation of Stewed Productions.
Hey, this is Nathan with Texas Leaguer, and this is InterBrews.
This is InterBrews.
Up in the production value of the show.
Bam.
Bam. Nathan, sir, thank you so much for having us in today.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming by, guys.
It's been far too long since you've been on the show.
Not since you've been out here, though.
Not since I've been out here. I want to say that this is one I'm going to say because...
Because you're here right now, this is one of your favorite breweries.
True. That is true, but this is this holds a very warm spot in my heart. It was an oasis when I needed it the most.
You did need it.
We were at a dance competition around the corner at the Stafford Center, and you know, just every once in a while, you just need. You doing all right there? All right, just sorry. Look behind the curtain. Mike's checking out the headphone amp. He didn't look the battery. But
still lit up.
Still lit.
Yeah.
We got other 9 volts over there. I think I brought it.
We're good. Let's go.
Okay. Back to my story. Dance competition all day long, all weekend long. It was a Saturday. I think we came on a. Did we come on a Saturday? Saturday. See, I can't even keep it straight.
I only knew because you were texting me.
Oh yes, I was like, "Y'all gonna be there?"
What time do you open?
It was very. No, we don't open at 9 a.m. This is gonna be a long day. But literally, you start first thing in the morning. You run in. There's makeup and costume changes and all like thousands of little girls stretching and doing dance moves and the loud music and the bright lights of the stage and the very enthusiastic MC. She's very enthusiastic. They do a great job, I'm sure. But after you sit in that auditorium for what seems like hours upon hours, which probably was about 20, 30 minutes.
You need a beer.
You need more than a beer. You need a reprieve. You just need a spiritual break.
An escape.
An oasis. And that was this. We came over here. We had enough time. We brought over our picnic lunch. We spread it out on the table. People were looking at us like, oh, we want to go sit with those people because my father-in-law put together one of those. He's just really good at sandwiches.
He got the whole like wicker basket out.
Yeah.
Opened it up.
Checkered blanket and everything. He got out his acoustic guitar, started singing some John Denver. I'm just kidding. But it was nice. And so we drank beers and had delicious food and just breathed. And it was everything I needed.
Everything.
So, and you provided that. So,
without showing up until you were gone.
That's fine.
Minor
you were
details.
here in spirit. Your spirit was here. Your essence was all over this building.
Yeah.
Whatever that means.
That didn't sound right.
No, well.
Sweat.
It's your brewery. You
Sweat
get to,
was everywhere.
You get to do in your brewery what you want to do, right?
That's true.
It's what makes it what it is. So, what's been going on? Enough about me.
Yeah, man.
Let's talk about some Texas Leaguer.
Well, it's baseball season now, so it's beer season, baseball season. It's time to drink some Texas Leaguer, watch some Astros, keep wrecking shop, and
So good.
man,
Springer.
awesome. He's all right. He's all right.
He's on fire right now.
And he lives over here.
Does he?
Yeah.
Has he ever been in here?
No, not yet.
I hear he listens to this podcast.
All right, George.
Come
this
on
is
out.
your invite.
Yeah. You want to talk about a Springer dinger? This would be a home run right here.
Absolutely. No puns there at all.
No. It would it would behoove you to get over here, man. This would power you into, you're having a pretty good season right now.
Yeah, he's doing all right.
Here's a message to you, George. But no, seriously, that guy, he's like first in like 7 categories in Major League Baseball.
Yeah, between he and Brantley, they're just tearing up the ball. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah.
But we have had some athletes out here, some retired Astros up here watching the game, so it's been a lot of fun. I'll sneak over here, watch the game, and it could be like Charlton Jimerson's up here, and like People are like, yeah.
I remember him. He's a old prospect, huh?
Yeah, he came up, played well, but he's a local guy still, and
Nice.
loves him some Texas Leaguer and loves to watch the Astros. So,
Any other name drops you can?
we got some in the
I'm
works
asking.
that I can't necessarily talk about. You know, I'm working on Larry Durker. The man loves beer,
Yeah.
and he loves Texas Leaguer. I just can't get his butt out here to come hang out. I want people, me personally. This is not like a gimmick. I just want to sit, drink beer with that man, and watch baseball.
Yeah.
And just listen to him talk.
Yeah.
Especially as more he consumes beer. I think the stories are probably going to get better.
Yeah. That would make for a good podcast.
Absolutely.
Well, hi,
all right,
Mike.
Dirk. Calling you out too. Come
Yeah.
hang out, man.
Where is he? Is he local? Does he live local?
Yeah. I'm actually friends with the family.
Oh, okay.
Dirk and I aren't close by any means, but
Not yet.
Not yet. But beer. People, if you show up with beer, people want to be your friend. I don't know why that is. It's because I'm really nice. That's what it is. Yeah, has nothing to do with the beer. But yeah,
That's awesome. That's
I
cool.
think that would be dope to have something like that going on. And obviously, if the Astros are playing, we've got them on, and we're open. It's a party. Except my favorite was I guess last weekend someone said, hey, the Rockets play at the same time as the Astros, and I was like, well,
It's Friday night, yeah.
and I was like, well, playoffs do trump regular season, so we will be showing the Rockets. It was a tough loss, but
Yeah. That was.
yeah, sorry, I
Rockets.
don't mean to bring that in.
Not for the Astros.
Not
the
for- yeah,
Astros.
still
that was the night of the
shop.
sweep, wasn't it? No.
I think the Rockets did
Second game?
more for the Astros season. Like, the Astros are it's early still. And
Sure.
they're clipping away. They're winning. They're kicking the shit out of the Rangers, which is just a beautiful thing to watch.
Yep.
I mean, literally just.
I don't even like that word, Rangers.
Yeah. I mean, just putting a beating on them. It's just a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
But they were kind of doing it under the radar. Harking back to last episode.
Yeah.
Throw out.
But I think with the taste that the Rockets left in everybody's mouth, it's like, yeah, ready for baseball
All
for sure
right,
now.
here we
Yeah,
go.
it's-
Let's get dedicated. So I think they do take it back this year. It seems they know how to do it.
Yeah.
Been there. Let's do it again. Yeah, feels good.
Just get our pitching in order, and we're good to go.
Yeah.
There we go.
I mean, what's Keuchel doing?
Hmm.
Would you, if he was like, yeah, I'll come back for a reasonable price for the rest of the season, would you sign him if you were the GM?
Front office.
I would, but why has no one signed him at this point? Is it really money, or is something going on?
I don't know.
I mean, he was good.
Is he
with,
injured, you think?
I don't know, but like, you got to think about he and Kimbrel,
still unsigned.
both of their old teams need help in that specific area.
Yeah.
Boston needs help in the bullpen.
Mm-hmm.
Astros need
Starter.
help in starter. So is something up?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe they're going on vacation together or something.
Just hanging out.
Yeah. It's
Just want too much money.
Well, think about this. How long is a baseball season? It's forever,
6 months.
right?
Half the year, yeah.
It's a gamble. Let's for sure. I was talking about this to somebody the other day. It's a gamble, but you could jump in and after the All-Star break, you're fresh. Maybe he's been working out, throwing some.
But I would make that argument with like a power pitcher, like when Clemens came back.
Mm-hmm.
He's coming back throwing gas.
Right.
Keuchel is precision,
Right.
and if he's out of practice, whether he's working out or not, he hasn't faced any
Live hitting.
live ball. So I mean,
Well, maybe. Okay,
That's
so
true.
then maybe just blew a hole in my theory, but
I don't know. We could talk baseball all day.
I think it's one of
Fine with that.
I look at the pro wrestling aspect of it though, because it's a surprise. Like oh, that's Keuchel's music. Good God Almighty, Keuchel.
Is that your Jim Ross?
Yeah, it's pretty good, huh?
I picked up on it.
Yeah.
It's
Look
all
at
right.
him.
It's all right.
He's stomping a mud hole in and walking it dry. Business just picked up. Keuchel's back. Look at him throw. I don't know.
Yeah, but that couldn't happen in the major league, of course, because it'd be too publicized and we see him warming up. It's just not a behind the curtain type thing. But I get what you're saying.
I think they should figure out a way to do it. I think baseball's ripe for some innovation in that whole,
One of those
everything.
Those you just stand on it and it elevates you and smoke
The
goes
pitcher-
out and you
yeah,
just walk
Well,
in.
I mean, you remember when Lidge used to be warming up and they used to kill the lights?
Mm-hmm.
for Lights Out Lidge was coming, and I was like, oh, and you started getting the Goosies going on.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, man.
It's kind of like the Hell's Bells with Trevor Hoffman.
Yeah.
Hoffman. Yeah, that was
You had
actually
Hell's Bells. You had Inner Sandman with...
Oh, yeah. Billy Wagner. No.
Well, before Billy, it was... I mean, I love Billy, but...
Yeah.
I mean,
Who had
Rivera.
Anderson? Oh, Rivera. That's right.
Yeah.
only the greatest closer of all time.
Yeah. My bad. Well, he's one of those people from
Yeah, that other
part of the country.
Yep.
Right.
That wear the stripes and stuff.
Yeah.
Meh.
Meh.
So like how many injuries are they dealing with? Let's just talk baseball.
Hey, let's do it, man.
I mean, we know a little bit about it. I know, like when I say a little, I mean a little.
Yeah.
I watch it.
I like baseball a little bit.
Yeah. Enough to name a brewery. After?
All right.
It's pretty brilliant though. Baseball. If I were going to own a professional team, I've always thought about like when I do fantasy, own a professional sports franchise by myself when I'm driving. It's always the Astros. I'd be like, I would totally own the Astros.
Yep.
I wouldn't want to own the Texans. I love the Texans. I'm wearing a shirt that has it because this was clean. But I would own the Astros. Something about I don't know. It just seems more right.
Well, and I have to preface this every time I say it, but I do say this. I played basketball and football growing up, and I played those sports well. But baseball is my love.
Yeah.
I did not play. I stopped after like machine pitch.
Right.
But it's the most intelligent sport. It is. If people think it's boring, they're not really getting into what all is involved with it.
Yeah.
And I think it's fun to educate people on, okay, here's what's going on. Here's why the shift is right now. And why when he swings, the outfitters are going to move no matter if he hits the ball or not, because this is what's going on.
And why the runners move,
Right. All these layers that go on. I mean, it's just, it's fun.
Like battle plans.
Sure.
The like the writers of Game of Thrones should have watched some baseball before they put together their battle scenes.
Or cricket.
Yeah, there you go. Something. Okay, here's what I would say. I'm more of a, I'm a baseball fan, but I also, because of the nature of my real life job, I analyze it a lot, just as a whole. So if you're would you call yourself a baseball purist? Where do you stand on like innovation versus integrity of the game kind of stuff? Like replays are good in a lot of situations.
Yeah, replays are good. I'm cool with the pitch clock. I'm really struggling with, because we've got the Skeeters right over here doing all this starting mid-season, so they're going to have the robo-ump, which
really?
I can't find a way to agree with any of it.
Yeah.
I think they're planning on backing up the mound.
What do you mean backing up the? Oh,
yeah,
further away.
Yeah,
it's a good thing they didn't put in that elevator for the surprise pitcher.
Yeah,
right. Because they're going to move the elevator.
Yeah,
just move home plate at that point.
Yeah, right. Yeah, just move it
easier.
Back. So you're sitting in the lap of whoever's in the
I didn't know that they were. Yeah,
I mean, there's all these wild ideas that the Skeeters are, pretty much being contract out to do.
Yeah, independent.
And I think independent ball is a great place for those things.
Yeah.
Because some of those games are really long, and people are there just to have fun and drink some Texas Leaguer and go home.
Yeah.
But it's, to me, I'm cool with replay, cool with pitch clock stuff, but talk about, earpieces that are telling you what balls and strikes are, and the ump has it, maybe the manager has it. I'm like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, I don't like that.
That's...
I think the speed of the game, or the overall length of the game, I think is too long, and I'm trying to figure out what's a good way to speed that along.
But the answer there is, well, you have less offense, but offense sells.
Yeah.
So why
Chicks dig the long ball?
I've heard that a few times.
Yeah.
What about, would you ever consider letting games in the regular season end in ties? Just get rid of extra innings.
I'm not adamantly against that.
Would you rather have ties, or would you rather put somebody on second to start the inning?
I don't know.
Well, they did that. They did that in
college,
preseason.
They
did it in the preseason.
They do. Yeah, spring training.
They
tried pro ball. Yeah,
because they were having ties in spring training.
Right. Let's get a winner and put someone on second base and start there.
Just the purest part of me is no, why? Somebody's got to win the game.
The right way.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, not I'm against soccer or anything. I just didn't grow up. My boys are playing soccer now, so I'm trying to learn this game that I never knew how to play.
It's tough, yeah.
But it's what do you mean there's a draw? Come on, somebody's got to win the game.
0-0.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like draws. there's more forgiveness like in boxing because they literally just beat the hell out of
Like-
each other.
Both of you might die, so we have to call it.
Yeah, so I'm cool with that. But yeah, soccer bothers me. And then again, 0-0 time. Like, why did anybody come out today? Why did we do this? This was a waste.
They just wanted to go for a run.
Yeah, this is called a marathon. Let's just go do that. Y'all could have done that, and we could have sponsored it, and you could have had a brewery there. I don't see any breweries in the goals.
In the goals.
Yeah.
I think you're onto something. I think there would be more goals scored.
If there was,
Beer in the goal.
you got to chug a beer once you score.
Yes.
Oh yeah. There we go.
New game.
Soccer, listen.
Yeah.
You listening, soccer people?
Yeah, I did hear an interesting thing about MLS kind of being a Ponzi scheme. I don't know enough about it, but
I want to know more.
well, so the thought is this. So how many teams do they have now? They have like
20-something, 30-something?
it's a lot.
They're
And
getting up
and
there.
they're adding more.
Yeah.
So what they're saying is people don't go out to. I've never been to a Dynamo game,
I have. They're
Wow.
fun. I mean, they're
Yeah.
but it's
Great
also
time.
in the middle of the summer.
especially yeah,
hot
yeah.
That's why
It's
they're all
baseball
late
season.
games, though.
Yeah.
still. So it's only 97.
We live in Houston, Josh.
I know.
Come on, man.
But we also have a roof over Minute Maid Park, which got rained in, which was the weirdest
I know.
thing.
I saw
Oh,
that.
that
the other
was
day.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's like it's
That was
raining
crazy.
inside. What is going on?
Yeah.
That's Houston.
And I kind of got embarrassed. I was like, that's not supposed to have. Like, I felt bad. Like, why is our?
I did
Why is
too.
our?
I mean,
It's a fairly new. I mean, not fairly new. Almost 20 years old, I guess. But why is it raining? Like, they need to cover that gap. So that.
Wait, stop that. Minute Maid is 20?
Well, what 2002? Well, almost.
Yeah, almost
20.
That's right.
greater than 15.
Yes.
Yeah.
So almost
20.
Yes, coming up on 20. Not of legal drinking age yet.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's what they need. That could be a part of
Ooh.
the 21st season at Minute
21st.
Maid.
Drink
Get
it
some hard orange juice for everybody. Now that we're 21, go
Get
from
some Texas Leaguer.
yeah, go from Minute Maid to Texas Leaguer beer.
But
You
what
could
were we
brew some
saying?
with some oranges though.
Yeah, no. Going back to the soccer. Yeah, the soccer. It is hot, but then you got the nice surrounding area. To pre and post game it.
I don't know, but
I mean,
Yeah,
it's-
totally.
overall though, what I've heard, the story is this: they keep adding more teams so that people infuse it. You smell it.
Yeah.
You smell what. It smells
What the
good.
dock is cooking.
Yeah.
Yep.
Smell what the doc is cooking. What is he? What's he brewing?
It's brewing airmail today.
It smells good.
Yeah, okay. That's what I'm drinking.
Yeah. It smells
Right, no,
good.
no.
It smells.
You are drinking
yeah,
airmail.
yeah.
It smells so good. What kind
No,
of
I gave you something else you didn't ask for.
No, it was the airmail.
Anyway, so they keep adding teams so they get these big infusions of cash because nobody's watching on TV. I don't know what their TV rights are like. They're different for each
Yeah.
team. Kind of has its own thing.
Mhm.
And then there's a lot of stadiums people aren't going to. I don't know how the Dynamo
But the
games
stadiums are smaller, so
They are
There's still
smaller.
30,000 people though.
No.
25?
No.
How many does what is it? Energy or
I
what?
got a
is-
smartphone.
Yeah,
BBVA.
BBVA.
That's probably like 15. It's not that big.
But how much did they pay
What do you mean?
to build that thing?
Oh, that I don't know.
$500 million?
I have no idea.
A couple $100.
It's just the
I'm
field.
gonna go build one right across
I've never
the
been.
street.
Yeah, next year.
22.
Only 22 people. Okay, I was way off.
22,000.
22,000.
Okay, so I said 30. That's not quite, but still.
Construction cost was $104 million.
I was way off on that too.
Samsonite.
I used that reference the other day, and the person didn't get it.
Oh, come
They were even holding a Samsonite suitcase. I was like, oh,
That might be my most quoted movie.
yeah.
Unfortunately.
It's a.
There are better movies out there.
I watched it again with my daughters the other day, and they laughed pretty hard. But it's one of those movies I wish I could unwatch.
Yes.
And like go get my 12-year-old brain or 14-year-old brain or whatever it was when I first watched it,
Yeah.
and then just relive that silliness. It was one of those movies where I laughed so hard watching it for the first time, like the scene where he's on the toilet.
The bathroom scene.
Yeah.
Oh, man. And he's holding him.
Yes.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Anyway, so I don't have a lot of information on the whole Ponzi scheme of MLS, but that's why they keep adding teams allegedly.
But it's still the most popular sport
In America,
in the world.
but not in America.
Well,
And the MLS is all in America. That was their whole thing, was that
They're trying to keep up.
they're not trying to keep up. They just have to keep adding teams so they don't run out of cash. Because once they quit adding teams, everything catches up, and they no longer have a
They go
cash
under.
flow. Yeah. So I don't know.
hey, as popular as football is, all these other leagues aren't making it.
Yeah, how do you think the XFL will do? They're on.
Joke.
How do you know?
No, they signed some good deals.
They're on Fox and ESPN.
But
Unlike, what was that one that just...
AAF, or
goodness.
which one? The Arena?
No, it was AAF or AFF or I never watched
AFL, I think.
I never watched a game. I don't even know where the teams are. Did Houston have a team? Does Houston have an XFL team?
I think they do have an XFL.
Do they?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Probably won't go see
Mike's
it.
on it.
No.
I remember when the first XFL came out. It's when I first started in radio. Memphis had a team. I don't remember the name of the team, but we like those first games, everybody wanted to go see, and then the second game, nobody wanted to go see. We couldn't give tickets away.
Really?
Yeah.
Isn't McMahon part of the...
The backing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's his deal.
Well, everything he touches just rains money. I mean,
Not everything.
well,
There was the XFL.
The first time, right?
Yes, yeah.
First time revamped, though.
Yeah, and the WBF. Remember the WBF, the World Bodybuilding Federation? That didn't work out. That was back in the early 90s.
I do vaguely remember that.
Yeah. History lesson, Mike. Remember? Do you know who the Total Package Lex Luger is?
Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah.
I do remember him.
So that was it was really like a whole thing to get him into WWF because he was WCW guy, right? And
These empty cups are going to look good in this picture right here.
we'll Photoshop in full beers. Before I get into the WBF, which is an amazing story that people are going to want to hear about, let's talk about beer real quick.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the beer that I'm about to finish.
Absolutely.
It's a rye pale ale.
It's a rye pale ale, Chin Music. This beer started as a farm system. So those are our test batch brews that we do here at the brewery. If we like them for any reason, it could be something that we just want to get opinions about.
Mm-hmm.
Could be something that maybe we're like, hey, this could do well in the market, or might be something we just want to drink that weekend. We'll put it on tap here, and people come by and then get a crowler of it and drink it here. So this started as a farm system beer, Chin Music. It was not named Chin Music at the time. Right about the time we wanted to release it was when the first round of Daisy Chain last year came out. So we were like, hey, this is a good beer. Let's throw Daisy Chain yeast in it. And it did really well in the market, and there was a demand for it. And this year we ran it out as just a spring seasonal, and people love it, man.
Yeah.
It's got a nice rye up front.
Yeah, I like that.
Got a nice hop backbone, and has a nice, not too dry, but little dry finish. Not as fruity as something like Two Hopper, or as bitter as 3 Up 3 Down. So a nice pale ale to add to our other pale ales.
It's delicious. I don't have a favorite style per se. It's always dependent on what's going on, what time of year, what's the mood, all that.
I understand that. What music's playing?
Exactly.
Yeah.
All of it plays into it. But I think if I had to, it would be something in this range.
Cool.
It's good.
You like rye,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a nice, easy drinking pale ale, man.
Yeah. I could drink a bunch of those. Mike. Mike, you had what beer did you have?
The Airmail
The
Blonde.
Airmail.
Yep.
What'd you think?
Love it. It's gone.
Yeah, it is gone.
Mike drank a few last time he was out as well.
Yeah.
I did. I was just telling Josh last time we were out here, it's been
a minute, man.
It has. Yeah. It's probably baseball season. We came out here. The food trucks were out here.
Mm-hmm. Food truck.
I was telling him, I think I still got some of your.
You got some tokens, man.
I still got some of your maybe one, not
Yeah.
some, but I think I just got one.
You just need to put it on right on your odometer.
As a reminder.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right.
On your GPS.
Mm-hmm.
So you're always heading to Texas Leaguer.
Now we got to get back out here.
Yeah.
So what you're open? What Fridays? Right? Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We open at 4 on Fridays. Stay open until 9, unless the Astros are playing.
Till game over.
Yeah, game over. Or Rockets, Texans. We do some of those too. Not just baseball. Then Saturday we've got 11 to 9, and Sunday 12 to 6.
Perfect.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, speaking of, I didn't look at my phone today. Have you beer to go in the Senate?
Yes, I have not looked either.
We should probably get an update. See if we got an email from the Craft Brewers Guild. I have not. Doesn't appear as though I have today. Let's check the Twitters. I think Twitter's gotten worse.
I don't do that.
As
so
of
I don't know.
now, there is no updates.
No. Yeah, I don't see any. As I scroll through everything. I don't know. But I think I think overall Twitter's gotten worse. I feel like it's gotten a little more contentious.
I'm a huge Twitter fan. That's just me.
When it's good, it's great, but then it's also got its underbelly. I just feel like there's too many people on there just being whatever, you know.
So you don't like people, Josh?
I mean, not most of them, but I mean, there's a select few.
Right.
Yourself and Mike and
that's it.
you.
Yeah, there you go.
You know, y'all are good.
This microphone here.
This microphone is awesome. This mic, not that mic. This mic. I don't know. I have a contentious relationship with the whole social media. I know I need to do it, but
It's a necessary evil.
that's it. It is. I just like Facebook. I know I need to post the pod. I need more people to see this podcast. This podcast is awesome because people love beer. People want to hear about what's going on at Texas Leaguer and stuff. But I just, it's just.
Yeah.
I just want to like be outside, not with my phone in my hand. But I find myself with my phone in my hand a lot more than I do outside.
Get that.
Yeah. Anyway. But I went and did cardio this morning, so that was a good start to my day.
Hey, more than I did. Drank some beer when y'all showed up.
Yeah. No. Yes. You can write that off as like research
Sure.
or quality control.
Yeah, let's go with QC on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
QC.
Yeah.
What is your day to day? Is every day different? You just kind of. I mean, you're an entrepreneur.
Yeah, it's full. It's typically I try to do a lot of office work in the mornings, but I still like to go out and hit accounts, and I like to be seen. And I spent yesterday in Sugarland, Katy Heights, downtown. I was just traveling around because I haven't
In the van?
Not in the van.
Your personal?
In my truck. Yeah. Van was out making deliveries and cleaning lines yesterday, and we've got brand ambassadors, sales reps out there, but I think there's just a lot to be said about still having a presence, being not just some guy in the office. I could find plenty to do in the office, but it goes back to like the social media stuff. It's not something I want to do. It's something we have to do. Yeah. And I don't want to be in my office all day, but there's just plenty to do in the office.
That's my thing. I would much rather just go talk to somebody face to face.
Absolutely.
It's like the social media. Like it's just it building relationships that way, like the old school way. To me, I love that so much more. And I guess social media is just kind of a extension of that if you do it the right way.
If you do it the right way.
So y'all just in kind of areas down here, like in places your accounts down here?
No, I think we have something around 500 taps around the city area.
Wow.
So
are y'all self-distributed?
No, so we're with Favorite Brands. We self-distribute in Fort Bend County.
Okay.
But
so county to county is how
correct
distribution territories work?
So we've got beer all the way up to College Station, and then we've got beer as far south as McAllen. We've delivered beer, but pretty wide reach. For hopefully that continues to grow. We're hitting year 2 this fall. Conversation of packaging is happening and things like that. So a lot of bigger chains are picking us up, which is great. We love the craft beer bars, and that's where we make specialty stuff for that. But our beer is very approachable, and it's just the craft industry alone. The chains are starting to pick up on, and they want beer that they can get, good beer that they can get often.
Yeah.
And some good things are happening that we're excited about in the next
coming up.
Yeah. Who knows? 10 years.
Yeah, it's funny how long it's taken. Like I say, how long? Like probably in somebody not watching it every day, it's probably like that,
Right.
But for the different chains and people like that to pick up on the fact that it's not a flash in the pan.
No,
it's not going anywhere. People like it a lot. If you have it there, people will drink it. You know? I don't know. It's amazed me that people like. I don't really go to Chili's anymore, but that's the one I think of. Some Chili's you go to, they have good craft beer selections. Some have none. I don't know how that works. Anyway, I don't really care about Chili's, but I wish they had good beer there, right?
Yeah, and I even look at local restaurants down here. There's Tex-Mex places that's where my family goes and eats, and I know the owner personally, and we know each other before I was even in the beer industry, and I'd consider us friends, and They have 4 taps. They just added 2 hopper to one of those taps 2 weeks ago.
That's cool.
But he's known about the brewery probably over 4 years, you know?
That's the one that the Tex-Mex area.
Yeah.
That's the one that's kind of, I don't know. I'm not baffled, but I'm surprised it hadn't been faster. But I guess when you're just running a restaurant,
Right.
beer's almost it is an afterthought. You have these brands that are kind of tailored and marketed to this genre of food, and people don't have to think about it. And so that's one less thing because most of these are just locally owned. You know, it's there one restaurant or two locations or something like that. And so it's just one less thing to think about. But man, there's so much good beer to go with that great food.
Absolutely.
You know, it just seems like.
You sound like such a Texan right now.
Do I? Beer and tacos and beer, man. What is there anything better?
Food, just in general.
Yeah,
and beer.
But
tacos and beer, no?
Is there anything that surpasses? I mean, there's things that are on that same level. I think, like crawfish and beer,
crawfish and beer is good, but tacos, man.
Yeah, you can do tacos anytime.
It'll be 3 days in a row, and my wife will say, "You've had a taco every meal for 3 days."
But were those tacos the same?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, tacos have such range, like beer.
And what I tell her is, give me 4 more days and the whole week. You know.
Yeah, you could do a different taco every day.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do fajita beef. You could do like a
some
fish
breakfast ones,
breakfast tacos,
a bunch of them there.
Baja type fish tacos.
Mm-hmm.
You could do some sort of like a brisket taco.
Mm. I'm hungry now.
Chicken, if you
get taco trucks out here.
Oh yeah.
You got one on rotation.
You got one we can call
rotation.
now.
Okay, I wish my buddy Danny was around. He does these gourmet tacos like pork belly.
Mm.
Oh, man.
Oh, street tacos. I didn't even say street tacos.
That's how Danny rolls.
Yeah.
But he's like sick gourmet chef that does street tacos. So freaking good.
He's got a truck. He's been here.
Yeah, he's been on a Comer.
That sounds familiar. Like maybe that's what we had when we were here.
Nice.
Gourmet taco.
Yeah, gourmet. Love it.
Gourmet.
Speaking of gourmet, Thistle Draft Shop in spring. You're going to be there this weekend.
We'll be out there this weekend.
Oh, are you?
For their big event, for the love of craft.
But are you personally?
I will not. I've got
but you
3
guys-
other places to be.
Yeah. I
He's
think I'm going to show up too.
It's going to be a pretty killer event. It's Mary throws an awesome shindig.
Mary's awesome. Yeah.
And
Mary and John are great.
Yeah, the last one that they did. So I think they're doing these twice a year, one fall, one springish. I guess we're still spring, right? Are we still spring? Is it technically summer?
Well, probably technically summer, but
the spring.
It feels like summer.
Yeah. The greatest part about it is that at Thistle, it's indoor. There's going to be some outdoor tents, but it's going to be shaded because they're tents, and that's what they do. But there's a lot that are indoors, so you can step inside, and they've got all that food.
Yeah.
Their food is
pretty dope.
Delicious.
Yeah.
Killer. It's just redonk. It's so good. And just that, it's like the perfect atmosphere because it's not too big.
Right.
Some beer festivals are so big, there's no way you can get around and trying all the good stuff. And there's so many people, and there's a bunch of rookies out there. That's another thing. You just have to prepare yourself for that.
Right.
And so, but this is like, if you want to go rub elbows with people that really love beer.
Absolutely.
Like love it. Like not just like want to drink a lot, they do, but they love it.
Yep.
Like you'll hear some deep beer conversation. Like it may disturb you a little bit actually, but it's going to be a fun time. Bunch of good people out there. So probably the best event, best beer festival.
Yeah, I'm stoked for. We're sending Carlos out there. Carlos, if y'all haven't met Carlos, he's been on the team for a couple months now, but he's a great guy to talk to, and he'll be out there slinging some Texas Leaguer.
Do you know what you're going to have out there?
I think we're sending 4 kegs. So I want to say Knucklebach, 3-Up, Chin Music, and the Hot Stove. I want to say.
That's a cool thing because, I mean, when you look at the Houston geography, you're down here, Spring's up there.
Right.
And we're all in the same general area, but if you live in Spring, you may not get down here as often.
Absolutely.
And that's what I love about, one, doing this podcast, but 2, in the Houston area. We are spread out. I heard, who was it? It was Marcus from Weathered Souls was in Houston from San Antonio, and he was talking about how Houston's so far apart. And it's like, yeah, You didn't know. It's like you don't understand. Like, of course, it's like is something close. Yeah, it's 30 minutes away.
Yeah.
It's fine. That's close.
No big deal.
It's just right over there.
Yeah,
It needs to take
that is
about a half
close.
hour to get there. It is. It really is. It's a totally different mentality.
Absolutely.
But it's it's cool to stay in the area and go to another area.
Right.
Like at the same time. So that's a cool thing about the festival she's having. People that don't get to get down here as often will get to try your beers and
And I think people forget how close we are to downtown too.
yeah.
Because people always talk about us being out in the sticks, and I'm like, well, it's less than 30 minutes from downtown, which, as you just mentioned,
Less, yeah, it's
less
less.
than 30 minutes is a win in Houston.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's a funny thing because, like, you're right here by the Beltway.
Right.
I mean, it's not... The Beltway is like it's the inner loop.
The middle loop.
No, it's... It's the... Well, I'm going to call it just the inner because then there's an inner loop. An inner loop. That's my new...
That's the new.
Because I live right out at 290-99. That's the loop. So you go to the inner loop and then the inner loop and then downtown's like the inner.
Yeah, growing up, the Beltway used to seem so far, and now 99, I'm like, my gosh.
Yeah. But that's where I'm at. And it just doesn't... Nothing's... With 99, man... I mean, it takes you $75 to get someplace, but
You know,
Totally
what's
worth it.
$75?
yeah, totally worth it.
Do we know how many brewers are going to be at Saturday?
A
She
lot.
sent the list out, but it's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up. It's a bunch. You can talk amongst
Mike.
yourselves or just
Talk, Mike.
What's
that's
on your
me.
mind? What's the last thing you brewed?
No. The last thing I brewed?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but I do know. It's that honey strawberry rhubarb.
Oh, you did that.
Yeah, it's I got it in bottles. When I'm bottling, I always have a fear of, since it happened to me last time, but it ended up working okay on the ESB. I tried one and it was kind of flat, and I was like, oh man, and then I talked to Kyle, another guy at work, homebrews, hasn't done it in a while, but he does, and he's kind of like, shake the bottles up, get that yeast so it can eat that, the priming sugar and get it carbonated. And sure enough, that's what I did. I just kind of worked it up and down, and then so I bottled 2 weeks ago, and then last night I kind of just got them out and play with it, and I could see when I'm shaking it. I'm not like shaking it hard or anything, but I saw the there's definitely some carbonation going on in there, and so I did this one for my sister, and I got 60 bottles, and I'm having a little Memorial Day party at my house, and my sister's my family's coming over, so she's like, it's gonna be ready. I was like, yeah, it's ready, it's gonna be ready, but it's not quite ready yet, but I think I want to. I have them all sitting upside down now. I just kind of want to keep playing with the stuff. I mean,
See how that goes.
once it gets ready, I'm going to put them down. I'll stick them in the freezer or the refrigerator, and then
Don't stick them in the freezer.
No, I won't do that. And so then I kind of want to taste one or two before, maybe next week I'm gonna put a few in the fridge.
Or try 5 or 6.
Well, I just want to make sure the carbonation's there. That's
sure.
I'm really
But
QCing it.
it might take 6, 7 to really see if that carbonation.
To make sure it's there, yeah. And I just hope that, I put 10 pounds of frozen strawberries in there and 5 pounds of frozen rhubarb in there,
Dang.
and then 3 pounds of honey in the boil.
So
But
it's not a really sweet beer at all.
Ashley said she liked that. It's not your mama's strawberry honey,
Yeah.
whatever. She liked that. So it's just like it's a beer, but it tastes like strawberry and rhubarb.
Gotcha.
And so she likes beer, but she likes the beer has to be under here and the fruits has to be up here. So I told her I'd try it, so I'm going to try it out and see how it goes here.
More than 40.
More than 40. Wow, that's a
More
lot.
than 40.
Tis a lot.
So that's a good deal. That might be all the Houston area.
Loop. Inner loop. Well, no.
No. We're over 50 now, Houston area.
Oh.
Yes.
Yeah. It's a lot.
What number were you? Do you remember?
Don't know.
You were... Let me think about this.
Josh probably knows.
I could probably, if I had to, I could
30 something?
I think you were 20s.
Early 20s?
Late 20s. 20. Oh, it's 27 pops into my head for some reason.
Sounds great.
Depends on how you have to number it.
And then 2 years is coming up in the fall.
So
Yeah.
we're Jose Altuve is what you're saying.
Yeah.
27. Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's short. No, I mean, not that being the Jose Altuve of breweries would be pretty cool, but yeah, no. So
I think when this actually all started for me, I think there was 5, maybe 6.
When
Yeah,
it
the
came, when it
license-
came in your brain,
Yeah. Well, when this all
started.
started and all that.
take me back to that. So the process of saying, "Hey, I want to open a brewery,"
Mm-hmm.
to the point of having a brewery,
Right.
it can be a pretty long
Yeah.
trip.
Unless you have a lot of money.
That can expedite everything.
Yeah, that can expedite everything. No, everything from raising capital to finding recipes, finding space, licensing. I mean, we are where we are in the burbs because they zone everything to, this is industrial, so we have to be in the industrial zoning part, and that's why we're an industrial park. And I mean, everything from changing brewers to getting more funding along the way, and hiccups along the way. And hey, we're open now, and that's all I can really ask for.
Running.
When was the first? Was there like you were just sitting there one day and it struck you like I've got to open a brewery?
No, the funny story was I was had some buddies who we used to have small bottle shares together, and they started home brewing, and they wanted me to come brew with them, and I said no, it's hot, I don't want to do it. But over time I started hanging out with them and started brewing a little bit and trying some stuff out, and they thought it was a great idea to open a brewery. Initially I didn't, but I loved the idea and kind of jumped on and started seeing it through, and as I mentioned, things got hard and they kind of all started slowly peeling off, and I was the only one that stuck it out, kind of thing.
Sounds like this podcast. Started out with a whole gang of people.
Yeah.
Most podcasts. Anyway, I'm always making it about me. That's the number one rule of podcast. Yeah. But anyway, and they peeled off, and then what happened? Sorry.
And then I just kept seeing it through. Felt like this was what I was supposed to do, and got raised some capital. Met Doc along the way. Brought Doc on. Dialed in the recipes. It's kind of it, man. It was just all kind of lot of bumps and bruises along the way, but
So how many out here full time? Just y'all two?
Got Easton, Doc, Carlos. We've got Garrett's our tapper manager. Got a whole bunch of people under him working. We've got Mr. Steve who volunteers here. And
so more actual workers. I mean, paid people than volunteers. That kind of
correct.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'll say this: when we came out, your staff, they were super enthusiastic and super helpful, and it was great. I was like, I've not met you yet, but I like you.
So no one needs to get fired.
No, not that day. They were on point. They were all like,
Good.
"Hey, welcome to Texas Leaguer. We're so glad you're here." And,
Awesome.
Thanks, I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, getting the tokens over here, not here, but the desk right here. They were
Awesome.
super informative. Like, okay, you want this? You're gonna need this. This will get you that. Okay, all right. I'll take 2 of those or 3 of those, whatever it was.
Sweet.
So yeah,
Love it.
Yeah, they were
great.
And I said, I don't know if they were volunteers. I
mean, we do have volunteers work, but it's mainly people working off tips, and
it may have been for an event. I don't remember what event it was. I think there was something going on, but I don't remember what it was.
Can I ask you a personal question?
Yeah.
Just looking at you right now, on the drive here, I didn't really get to look at just driving, looking at the road. And you're in a period of your life now where you can let your beard grow. How long have you been growing that? Like a day?
2.
No,
Day and a half.
maybe like a week.
Okay, that's what I thought.
7-9 days, somewhere in there.
It's just interesting. You got these super strong follicles, and that he chooses an industry at some points in his life where he can't.
Yeah.
Because he does volunteer firefighting.
I like my grays coming out here.
Mm.
I like that.
Yeah.
If I let my hair grow, it'll continue on up. But
Well,
I want to keep. I don't have hair, so I want
up to a point.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Damn.
Sensitive.
No. I don't like hair. I don't want hair. Yeah.
It's not often. If I take off my hat, you'll see
Josh, he's
getting there.
Yeah, but it's not often where I'm like the guy with hair at the table. Look at me.
You're the guy at the hair with the table.
Yeah. So, I'm gonna sit over here on my hairy high horse and just. We our glasses are empty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I were to reach over here and hit a button, no, it'd even know.
That's
I
right.
always say it, don't I?
Yeah.
I should just not.
All right.
So let's talk about tap handles. Because it's just a wonderful transition.
Yeah.
Nobody knew. Nobody knew we were getting refills.
Except the people that are listening, because you.
So we just got some new beer.
Yes, we did.
Got up. What did everybody get?
I got the 2-hopper IPA.
I got the RPA, same thing you drank last time.
Mm-hmm.
I just finished my the hot stove, and I went for my go-to, which is the 2-hopper.
I got the hot stove when I was here last. It was good. It was a cool day. It was
Cool day.
It was perfect. It's perfect. Although I think porters, they're good in any weather, really.
Right. I finished my my coffee just before y'all got here, so I wanted some.
Keep it going.
Half of the hot stove, get a little of that roast out of there. And it was tasty.
Yeah. Yeah. I've got to check myself on the coffee. I think I was right at my threshold. I don't know if you probably don't watch Liquid Lunch, do you? I had an episode. You ever have episodes?
What do you mean?
Like an episode, like I had too much caffeine episode.
Oh, man.
Yeah, where I thought I was going to lose it. I thought I was going to fall out. Like even just talking about it, I'm so up in my head about it. Let's do a little therapy session for Josh real quick.
It's all about Josh. Let's hear about
It
it.
really is. No, honestly, I think I'm like a hypochondriac. Hypochondriac? I'm a hyper. When I have too much caffeine, I'm a hyper.
A hypochondriac?
No, the beer never does it to me. Beer's fine. I could have all the beers and just be fine all the time, but it's the caffeine. So, anyway, I thought I was going to fall out. I was like, Kennedy, take over.
No, from so hyper?
Jittery, and just like my heart was racing. And it just, yeah.
No, I've never gotten that far.
Yeah, I don't. So anyway, too much caffeine. I was on the cusp. It's a thing. If I'm sitting there and I drink my 2 cups, you're good.
Past it? Pass it?
Yeah, there's a threshold.
Pass it.
Yeah, beer, the threshold is easy to spot, but it has nothing to do with shakiness. It has everything to do with just falling asleep on this bench.
Yeah, that's different ingredients.
It's a lot better feeling.
Yeah,
to be honest with you. Anyway, so I should probably just sit with porter in the morning. That's probably what I should do.
Yeah, just drink porter instead of coffee.
Yeah, I get my.
As long as it's the hot stove.
Yeah. So when you talk about considering packaging,
correct.
What would you start off with?
I'd have to go with Knucklebach and 2 Hopper. Those are by far our best sellers.
Okay. Do you think the Knucklebach is? Do you think? Well, it's delicious. I've had it before, but do you think it's kind of like people are familiar with the term Bach? They hear Bach out there. They've seen it.
I think that's a lot of it, but I think because of Bach's on the market, people don't necessarily know what a Bach's supposed to taste like.
Yeah.
That sounds really offensive to those breweries. I'm not calling them out, but
no, but it's not. When they started that, that's the thing. Like, I remember the first time I tried a real one.
Right.
And it's like, this doesn't taste like this other one. If people know what we're talking about, right?
Right.
But,
or one that's just come on the market that does not taste like what a Bach's supposed to taste like.
Like what? There's one that just came on, like a mass thing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially Houston themed.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Psh, stupid.
It's a really cool logo. They paid a lot of money for that.
I bet you they did. Yeah. Yeah, that was... Yeah. Oh, speaking
and
of...
wow.
Well, speaking of... So I feel like they're really honing on that whole baseball thing, right? I think they're desperate. They need things to glom onto because people understand it's just not as good. So the whole Golden Road, they're big Dodgers. They glommed onto the Dodgers, which is fine. It's all L.A. Seems like an L.A. thing. I'm gonna talk shit about L.A. because we're Houston and we're way better. We're better than L.A.
The Dodgers, man.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Dodgers suck.
2-time.
I want a rematch
losers.
This year. Come on.
But speaking of Twitter, this is where Twitter totally redeems itself. Eh? There we go. Another.
Yeah.
There's another reference. What's the chick that founded Golden Road? Meg something.
Yeah,
Meg,
she's got a show now.
Giller, whatever her name is.
Nothing.
Meg something blonde.
Meg Griffin?
No. Anyway, when ABI was doing all their acquisitions, they were going around getting different breweries in the different regions, and they got 10 Barrel and they got Golden Road, and then they came over and got the one that makes that other non-Bach and Bach, and whatever else they bought. What else? They bought some other stuff.
Some stuff.
But apparently, Golden Road was like on number 10 on their list of California breweries. They were way down the list. But Meg, according to the Twitter account of the wife of the ABI acquisition guy, he and what's-her-face from Golden Road had a relationship while he was still married to this other lady. And it went on for a while, and then it went through court, and they did all kinds of stuff to try to keep her from talking. They like sued her, did some, sent her, took her to court for some different things, the wife, to try to keep her silent.
Right.
And then all the court documents came out, and then her Twitter account went live, and she posted all of it.
Some nasty.
Just everything. So apparently, if you're into just kind of salacious stuff that's court document backed, so it's a legal document, so it's legal to look at, and obviously it was set under oath, so it must be true. Her account, I don't remember her name, but if you look
Meg Gill.
Yes. So whatever I don't know if she married the guy after he divorced the other gal, but just Google like Meg Gill ABI Twitter ex-wife thing. That's a simple Google.
Drama.
Yeah, go look at her Twitter account, and it's like, holy moly, she is upset. She let it all fly. There's no details that she didn't throw out there. So it was amazing. So anyway, that one's worth a read.
Huh.
But let's talk about Real Box. No, none of that for the
Talk about knucklebug.
Yeah.
The fake stuff.
Mike, you were asking about the
the tap handles.
Tap handles. Yeah,
I like them.
I like them too, man. So really, how all that
You should
started.
sell those.
If we could keep them in stock, we would sell them, and we plan to. We've got an order coming in.
Where they disappear? Or they just go out to your different accounts?
They go out to the accounts, but they disappear at accounts too.
Yeah. That happens a lot.
They're really cool. They've got so here at the brewery we just have the bats, but on the accounts we have the baseball on top, which just looks awesome. And then
On top of the bat?
On top of the bat.
Okay.
And it's got the different beer on it. Just sticker like everybody does, and swap it out. But the bats themselves, when we were shopping around, a bat company, they make Major League bats, reached out to us and said we would like to make tap handles for y'all.
Really?
So those little mini bat tap handles are made by a Major League Baseball bat company out of the Carolinas.
Really?
Yeah. Young Bat Company. Go check them out.
Oh, that's cool.
They do like the bat mugs and like all these souvenirs and stuff.
What type of wood is that made of?
Oh man,
what are they?
I want to say those are ash.
Okay, what do they use for bats? Ash and maple?
The hardwoods, yeah.
Yeah, he tried a whole bunch of different stuff. I was dealing with.
Did he hand?
Yeah, I mean they're all
Lathe?
hand done. Yeah. But
Now that you say that, I don't remember the name of the company, but I still get a few emails from them. I got when the Astros won the World Series. They're like bats, but they're
just the mug. Yeah,
they're mugs, and I got 2 of them.
Yeah, so we've had some here at the brewery. We sell them; and they run out when we get them in stock. But they're all handmade. But cool. Don't go through all the knockoff ones that they're getting from overseas. Go check out Young Bat Company. And
Young Bat Company.
That's what it's called?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were just saying it's a young.
I'm going to put that note in
no,
there so we can put that in the notes.
That's their. That's
their website, the name of the company.
Yeah, that's the family, the Young family. And
okay.
So Thomas runs the company, Thomas Young, and Tom's a great dude. And
so then I can just buy some from the website.
Absolutely, yeah.
Tap handles for homebrew, just kegerator.
Oh yeah, just
okay.
I would just hit Tom up, say hey, I want to go make some.
And do they do the like the engraving on it?
Oh yeah,
they did it all right there.
They look like they're from Carolina. Like which is it? That's just like when I imagine good old boys from
they
North
are
Carolina.
good old boys, man. But baseball family.
Okay.
Done some bats for the Braves, and I want to say Chipper. I mean, they've got pretty good just portfolio of guys that have used their stuff.
They're in Fletcher, North Kakalaki.
North Kakalaki. But
yeah, I like that.
Good stuff, man. And
are they also the ones that put the baseball on? The ones that you said that are out?
So baseball we bought through a Tap Handle company.
That's another. Okay.
Yeah, so we do that all in house, but the bats are we're proud of them.
Yeah,
and
those are nice.
I mean, I've known guys that found out about them that went and they had their daughter was born and had them make a custom pink bat with the specs on of her being born, and I think we're gonna run some Texas Leaguer Christmas Hornets that are going to be wooden home plates next year. So like things like that, we've got a nice partnership with them that we're going to run some.
They just do different, any type of wood.
Any type of wood. Definitely want to keep it baseball themed, but I mean, they're just super talented. And
I'm kind of curious. You said that you had the bats out. You said they disappear at certain accounts.
right,
Do you charge them for the bats?
we don't. But it's
So you just give them the bat with the kegs
yeah, it's just
whenever they buy the
yeah,
kegs.
it's just a tap handle like any other tap handle. But there's some
Wait.
accounts that say, well, if it's an
You
outdoor
lost it.
if it's an outdoor bar, it's someone's gonna walk up and take it. It just it happens.
I mean, when you throw enough beer into it,
Right.
Man, that
I've
sucks.
been looking at that bat all night
I know,
long.
right?
That thing looks awesome.
But there's a couple accounts which I'm like, the bar manager asked for 3 tap handles because he's lost the other 2 or broke, and I'm like, you son of a gun, man!
somebody
Like,
pitched him too
It's on-
inside, and he had
It's
to fight it
it's,
off.
It's on his kegerator at the house.
Did you like the knob, like diameter and everything? Did you like use it for you personally, like your grip and everything? Because I know some guys like
No.
big knobs at the bottom. Like Sammy Sosa had a big knob. You remember?
no, we worked with a young bat company figuring out what would make sense most for a bartender.
Oh, okay.
So I mean, it
Yep.
looks like a bat, but it's a nice pull. I mean,
Yeah.
we want it to be comfortable for.
Nice girth. You don't want it too girthy, but not.
We could get really inappropriate with this.
Yeah. I'm just saying, normal grip. Like, what is
that's
the
good looking.
average?
That's
What's
good
the
looking. I really like
average like? Like area inside of your finger. Like, you don't want to squeeze too hard.
Well, and
right?
another thing we've done is because of height difference. Say you're at a bar that's got a whole bunch of taps.
Yeah, up and down.
Right. We'll do just the ball on tap.
Mm.
So if you're looking at all the tap handles and then it's a little dip and you're like, oh, it's a little baseball right there, and people
That's-
just pull the little baseball down.
Yeah.
So
I
it's-
wonder, like, if you have certain bartenders that do like a different grips.
on the ball.
Yeah.
They do a
Got this
circle
knuckle,
change pull.
Got this knuckle
Four-seam,
knuckle
two-seam.
tender.
Yeah.
He's like, you never know which
The
beer's going to
knuckle
come out.
tender.
Yeah. If you ever put anything on nitro, you bring in the knuckle tender because it's like just odd. I don't know.
I have to explain 643 all the time, so I don't know if we're getting that deep with the bartenders.
643.
But that's what you need to do. You could do seminars on baseball, beer.
So a big part
The
of
numbers.
yeah, a
what
big
they-
part of the tour here is we do. I mean, a lot of people do brewery tours, but we talk a lot about baseball during the tour. Explain the names. Our taproom manager Garrett, he's comes from a baseball family. All his brothers play baseball, different levels, high school, college, pros, and so he knows everything to tell everybody. And that, I mean, we want a story behind it. So we talk a lot about baseball. We'll tell you all about the process. We'll get super technical. We've got Doc with his PhD, and we've got engineers that volunteer here. So, I mean, we can get technical, but a lot of people want to know about baseball and the names and why we named it. And everyone asks, Nathan's a big guy. He must have played. Nope. He's just big and drinks beer. Likes baseball.
That's what made him big.
Right.
All that beer. It's does a body good.
That's right.
That's right.
Beer does a body good.
It's healthy for you.
Really
Balances you out.
does me.
Does
I
me.
drink too much coffee.
Does me.
I think it's really. I love it. Have I ever told you how much I love beer, Mike?
Yeah. No, I like doing it. I like making it. I mean, I like drinking it. I like making it.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah. And that's why I say when the difference between like really liking beer and drinking lots of it to loving beer. There's a difference.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You know, the love for beer where you nerd out, or maybe you don't even nerd out, but you appreciate, well, yeah, you want to nerd out on some level, whatever part of it you like, whether it's like the business side of it or just the social side of it. You know, who are these people at the brewery? Like, what's the story?
Right.
Like your story behind how you got to this point. That's great. And then like the process of making beer. Yeah.
Yeah, our
Here's the
3
best.
core values here at Texas Leaguer are passion, integrity, and experience. Passion, that's coming out from us, the beer, everything we do. Integrity, we want that to be us and the beer. Both of those obviously dual meaning there. But experience is really a key thing that we want. We want people to, both when they experience the beer, but we want them to have a good experience, whether that's at a ball game or hopefully we package and it's fishing or whatever, like after a softball game. You know, we want the beer to be part of your experience. Good experience drinking, but also take it with you and have a graduation party here from college or something like that, you know, or a retirement party, which we've done both of those in the past couple weekends, and people just talk about, you know, they're emotional during that time, and we love that. We want to be part of the experience.
Yeah.
So when people have a 2-hopper and later, and they're like, you know, remember when, you know, it's like, oh yeah, you know, that's a good experience that they're having.
Yeah, it's beer's super versatile because it can go with a super sad time or an emotional time or a nostalgic time or a celebratory, like, hey, we just found out we're having a baby. Let's get you a beer. You know,
Right.
It's like, oh, you know, getting a divorce. Congratulations, get you a beer. You know, it's all that stuff.
Lost your job, you need a beer.
You need a beer. Yeah, it really goes with. And the cool thing about it is, like, unlike, like, I love spirits and wine and all that stuff
Sure.
too in certain times, but the cool thing about beer is it moderates itself, and you know, over the course of a conversation, you have a glass, which takes a little bit longer to get through. I mean, I guess you could chug it if you want to. Sometimes that's appropriate, but you know, it moderate, like the conversation just kind of it's like the pace of baseball. You know?
Right.
You just sit there and you talk and you bond, and life moments are kind of rehashed, and you know, maybe business deals or treaties or whatever you need.
Yes.
Yeah, you know, like maybe you're at war with the people across the way there. I don't know.
You just bring beer over, everything's fine.
Yeah, so that's
Right.
why everything's peaceful here. You go to some places, two businesses, and it's like they're at each other's throats. They would just insert some beer.
I mean, it's true. You show up with beer and people are just happy with you.
Yeah, that's what
Like, this guy's cool.
Yeah, I think all the world's problems, most of the world's problems. There's some countries that don't allow beer, and those are the problem countries. You notice that?
Yeah.
We just need to embroider that and put it on a pillow.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
deep.
Yeah.
It's deep.
Yeah, and I think, I don't think Trump drinks beer. You know, but I think if he did, there'd be a lot of things that could be taken care of real fast in this.
Real fast.
Maybe this whole world.
Yeah.
You know. Listen, we could hash out this whole border thing. We're close to the border down here.
Yeah, we are.
If all these whoever's coming across and everybody, we all just sit down. We're like,
Let's have a beer.
let's have a beer and figure this whole thing out. You know.
Preach.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah. I don't know about walls, and I don't know about visas.
I do know about beer, though.
We do know about beer, right? We're not a drinker. Like everybody, you know, everybody here looks like they could use one. Let's all just chill out.
By sweating.
Yes.
Change
It's
of
hot down-
clothes.
Yeah.
It's
Who
cold
made it so
beer.
hot here?
Yeah.
I don't know. But let's have a beer and
Let's have
figure this
beer.
whole thing out.
It'll cool you off.
Maybe that's global warming. Maybe it's just because it's hot in Texas. I don't know. I don't know these answers. But we can figure it out over beer. You know? The world's problems are all just solvable right
Yep.
here.
Solvable.
To whatever extent we're able to solve them. But it's those countries that don't allow beer, those are the problems. They've put aside the solution, or at least the path to the solution.
Path is
It's all
Kink. They're the kink.
They're the kink in the works. That's right.
Yep.
They're the monkey wrench. I guess, right? I don't know. Do people still use the term?
I don't think so.
Okay, whatever. Anyway, well, what else? Let's talk.
Any events coming up
Yeah.
besides?
Man,
I
what
know
we
you
got
said the
going
fall.
on? We had
I saw in the bathroom the calendar up.
yeah,
there.
we had a great Corvette meet out here. I think
cool.
we had 40 something Corvettes out here.
I saw something with Harley Davidson.
Harley
coming up.
Davidson. That actually got rained out. That was last weekend, but they rescheduled, so that's coming back out. My wife's calling me. Sorry, honey. What else we got going on? I don't know. You looked at the calendar. What do we got going on?
I was just washing my hands.
Yeah,
I looked at it. I know. I saw. There are always baseball games going on.
Always baseball games. I think we're going to try to do crawfish one more time before season's over.
Yeah, we're getting close to
yeah.
end of the season.
I think we're going to do June 1st, so that might be like the last anybody can get crawfish anywhere.
Yeah,
Good
Then-
crawfish, that is.
Yeah, then the shells start to get a little too hard.
Yep.
They get a little, ready for the next.
And then the crawfish get happy, like, oh, I'm gonna be able to live for another year.
Yeah.
They
Get
shack
big
up
and
with
fat.
one another.
and
Yeah.
I'm gonna look like a lobster, and then you'll be gone.
Yeah.
We've had some great crawfish out here. We've had some different vendors that just been killing it. I don't know. What else do you see, Mike? You're rattling things off, man.
I got to go back to the bathroom and
Do
check it out.
the Harley people and the Corvette people get along, or do you not mix those?
No,
two
we don't
groups?
mix those
That's
two.
probably smart.
It's a different clientele.
It's really a different vibe.
Yeah.
I mean, even with beer, it's still they're very passionate individuals.
Well, the funny thing is we're still so hidden, here in this industrial park. The Corvette people, we had, those 40 out here, and they're all like, yeah, we are sent from this team to kind of spy out this place.
Mm-hmm.
They're like, we're going to scope it out, and then we'll...
That sounds like a very Corvette-y thing.
Yeah, and I was like, what? There's like 40 of y'all. And they said, yeah, but we've got like 200 in our group. And I'm like, shoot. So they wanted, some of these groups want to do more events, and
Did they all wear Corvette gear when they came?
Absolutely.
All of, like, the jackets,
Absolutely,
and
man.
gloves. And,
What was it, Joey off of Friends when he's got the Porsche?
Yes. Goggles and everything.
That was totally it, man.
Yep.
It's hilarious.
Yeah, you can spot Corvette like that. Corvette dudes have a certain look,
Right.
and it's usually they have a big Corvette logo, and that's part of the look on the back of their jacket.
So the Harley thing is actually the Republic Harley Davidson in Stafford.
Okay.
And they reached out to us, and the Deacons of Deadwood want to do a charity thing out here. So we've just turned it into a big Harley thing, and obviously that nice little rain we had last
Sound like
week.
a biker gang,
Sure, I think it's a very wealthy biker gang that donates to a lot of things,
which is why their name is so ominous.
Yes, absolutely. But I mean, we've kind of opened it up. We didn't want to do it as a private event. We said, hey, you got a hog, ride it out, come drink some beer, and donate.
Mike's got a hog.
Yeah, I rode it last night.
Yeah.
I don't ride it every day, but I ride it on. I'm a fair weather guy.
So when they're back out, man, you need
Be a
to
nice ride to come out this way.
follow us on Facebook. Figure it out, man.
But you said it got rescheduled.
Yeah, I don't know when the date is.
Okay,
I don't know.
okay.
I just work here, man.
So you don't say, I wish I could remember what I saw in the bathroom.
Well,
But in the bathroom was when it was scheduled.
Right, but that's already passed.
Yeah.
how are the bathrooms today?
Oh, yeah. No.
Meet your needs.
Clean. Yeah.
There you go.
Who cleans them?
I mean, I have.
Do you prefer not to?
I prefer not to. Correct.
Pay one of the minions?
No, they make more money than I do.
Minions.
No, we have some good people here that take care of. I mean, these guys are out here sweating. We're sitting here drinking beer, and
He's sweating. You can see the sweat on his back, literally.
Don't get overexcited.
Why would I get over?
We're getting glistening over there.
He's too hairy. Only bald people glisten.
Oh.
Isn't that right, Nathan?
Shimmer? Does he shimmer?
I don't know. He sweats.
Some beads of sweat getting your
Sweats.
beard that you can shimmer. Catches the light the right way. Especially put a little beard oil in there and it mixes just right.
the best thing about not having hair is you get to do this and
And it
just
goes right
wipe
off.
it off your head.
You ever use they need like a head shaped, like head curved squeegee.
Nope, no, they don't.
No?
Nope.
Okay.
Just
me
Your
overthinking.
hand. Use your hand.
Your hand is a head. Is a squeegee shape.
Oh.
And it's free.
Yeah.
Oh, all right.
So you want to buy things, Josh? Don't do
That's
that.
the problem.
Hey,
I'm a sucker for-
you been putting product in that hair on your face?
Yeah. You want to smell it?
No.
It smells like mint.
No, I don't.
It gets a
take your word on it.
little dry if I don't.
Okay.
Out of the shower, little balm, and then if it's a Sunday, I'll put a little product in there to shape it. I haven't trimmed it up. I'm due for a trim.
Yeah, I know it's
A little scraggly.
Your
Yeah.
chops are a little scattered there.
Yeah, thanks. Not everybody can have the clean lines like you. Not
No,
everybody takes the
that's-
time, Mike. Nathan, do you have anything you need to? Is there do you need to call your wife back? You think she's probably not
She all right?
She's all right.
fine?
She's all right.
It's not like
She working? She at home?
She's taking care of the kids.
She's working.
She's
how many
working.
kids do you
She's
have?
working.
Cinco.
Do you really?
I do.
That's one, right?
Yeah.
I'm not good in Spanish.
What? Cinco?
5.
5. Okay, I was about to get there.
Uno. Dos.
5, really?
What? Yeah.
8.5 to 2.5.
Ooh, you're in the midst of.
Oh, it's treacherous.
That's pretty much one a year, right? One a year
Yeah.
from the start.
It was.
Find
roughly.
something
We're
you're
getting
good at.
super personal. Yeah.
Yeah.
One every.
When are their birthdays?
One every 15 months, except for the last one, which was surprise. And that's.
Yeah.
I mean, he's only tagging along for 24 months after
Yeah,
the last one. So.
yeah. Okay,
That's cool.
I like kids. I
I
got
do too.
some of my own.
Yep. I love children,
Yeah, they're a lot of work.
but there's. Oh my goodness.
A lot of energy, that goes into the whole kid thing.
Well, and then Texas Leaguer is my baby, and then I've got those crazy ones.
Yeah.
You know.
And then you got your wife.
Yep. She puts up with my crap. So.
Yeah.
Do they ever come here and just treat the whole place like their own personal
Yes.
playground?
Yeah, and it's like, hey, you acting like you own this. Oh, wait. Yes.
You do.
Okay.
Do they express interest in the beer?
They do.
And stuff
They,
like that?
they,
Hey, what are the sexes of them? They're all
I got
boys.
4 boys, 1 girl.
Where's the girl at?
She's right in the middle, so she'll
Oh,
date
okay.
when she's 35.
Yeah, good luck.
She'll have protection
Right.
on.
Yeah, no, they love the root beer here, the Little Leaguer. They talk to Doc about brewing all the time, and it's fun when they come up here. They make a mess of things, but that's
Your root
That's what
beer.
kids do.
Is there anything special like that goes into your root beer, like
There's a little bit of magic.
unicorn horn?
Yeah.
Sprinkles.
Right. No, we took about a dozen different root beers, sat down with a small tasting panel, made notes of what we liked, what we didn't like. It was blind, obviously, and then we actually sat down with a few kids, not mine, and they made notes of what they liked and didn't like, and then Doc worked his magic and made a recipe.
Kids are honest; they'll let you know.
There's only a little bit of sugar in the root beer.
So where'd y'all do the root beer at? Y'all do it in one of y'all's?
We do it on our pilot system, actually.
Okay.
So everything we do the farm system on that we're working on, we can do about half barrel on the
Pilot?
On the pilot.
Wow.
Of root beer, not of real beer.
Sure. Yeah. You don't want to get that root beer in.
Yeah. You ever thought about doing other like soda type thing, like a ginger ale, ginger beer, cheer wine? I don't know.
We're open to those concepts. Right now, we just trying to keep up with demand of everything else. So.
Yeah.
So I know that the home team,
correct,
home side. Those are your four.
Those are the four we do year round.
Those are always there.
Always have those in stock.
Right. Yeah.
So that's.
Let's say because the visitors are always obviously. I guess that's appropriate. They're always different. So
right.
that makes sense.
Yeah. Home side, Airmail 643, Knucklebach 2 hopper. Those are beers that we're gonna have.
Anytime you come in.
Well, hope so.
Well,
depends how.
Unless the Corvette guys are here.
Right.
No, 200 of them.
Those are ones that, corporate accounts, things like that, they can order. Visitors are going to be one-offs, seasonals, things that you'll see at, for the love of craft up at Thistle and stuff like that. Yeah, those are going to be your specialty stuff. If y'all did not get to try the hot stove that was aged in Balcones single malt barrels, you might want to come back for our anniversary party because there might be another keg line around.
Yeah. Maybe we talk about
Staging,
super exclusive stuff. I don't know. Or maybe we talk about it now.
It is delicious. 12.3%.
Woo!
Just
it's a party.
Oh, it's fantastic though.
Yeah.
So it's not that one?
No, that's the regular one. But
you have it aging in.
Yeah.
Okay, aging in the Balcones barrel. Okay.
No, we aged it. We already put it out.
Done.
Now it's just.
But there might be another keg line.
And the anniversary party is.
No date's been set, but it's late September, early October. So I know we got the Texas Craft Brewers Conference.
When is that?
That is the last week in September, which is technically our anniversary, but we might be.
And where is it this year?
In Austin.
Is it always in Austin?
Correct.
Makes sense. The capital.
It is the capital, yeah.
Okay.
So we might push back to the following week, but
in October.
Correct.
So maybe the first week in October.
Might be, yeah.
Is that also the weekend of the? Yeah, it's the weekend of the fest. They do the festival there too, right?
Yep.
That's gonna be World Series Astros games 1 or 2.
This one will start right at our anniversary. It'll be perfect. Hello, honk outside.
Yeah. Who do you think they're going to play in the World Series this year?
Dodgers.
They are. They're number one in the.
Bring it on.
Yeah.
Clayton Kershaw's great in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Do we want the Dodgers again? We've already.
A ring's a ring, bro.
We've already taken care of them.
NL can bring on whoever they want. Cubbies, Dodgers,
That's
don't
true.
care.
That's true.
Come on.
Cardinals are pretty good this year.
The Expos.
They do have that good first baseman.
Yeah.
Cardinals?
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah. Woodlands guy? Texas guy?
Goldies?
No.
I'm a Goldie fan.
Yeah. He's a good. Yeah.
Seems like a good guy. Well, from what I've seen. And
yeah. Oh well.
Exceptional guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We'll wrap here on the main show, and we'll come back with some super exclusive stuff. So this is the part of the show where I say, hey, thanks for listening. If you want to hear some super exclusive, never heard, the only way you can hear it is through Patreon. If you're a Patreon subscriber, or it's been long enough and I can put it out.
Maybe we'll talk about what else we're releasing during the anniversary party.
Boom.
And how else would you know unless you're a Patreon subscriber? So if you enjoy the show, which you do because you've listened this far, and you're a fan of Texas Leaguer because obviously you've heard Nathan this long, so how could you not be? And what else? I mean, come on. So go subscribe to that, and you'll hear more of it. But if you don't, hey, we're glad you joined for this entire episode. I mean, we're so sad that you're going to miss out on the rest, but we really appreciate you listening thus far. So we'll wrap the main episode, the big chunky episode here, and come back for more because we got Empty glasses, Mike. Good job today, Mike. With all the take on the bathroom, the calendar,
Josh, I do a good job every week.
the beard talk. What else did you bring to the table?
Bald
this
talk.
time? Bald? Yeah, your bald angle. Good job. Nathan,
We stick together.
you
us
too.
baldies.
You too did a good job
Yeah.
today.
You're
Waiter-
welcome for being bald. Thanks for having
bald and
me.
beautiful. I say you guys own it and you do well with it. Thanks for allowing us to do a show here.
Absolutely. Anytime,
And-
guys.
And
Thank you.
Your beers are delicious, and your place here is inviting, and everybody should come here and spend all the time they can here.
And money's okay, too. You can spend money.
Spend all the money.
In exchange for beer.
They
of
have
course.
Giant Connect 4. I think my daughter and I tied. We left it tied last time we left.
So you have to come back.
I always lose. Connect 4. Kid always beats me.
We have a very small screen that we show games on.
What is that like? I
think it's 170.
200 inches.
It's more. No, it's way. Yeah, it's
What is it?
I think it's 170.
170.
Oh, it's close.
Yeah, it's up there. It's bigger than your normal screen,
No.
like home screen. So
It's huge.
come watch the game. Maybe Larry Durker will be here. Maybe George Springer. Maybe it's his day off and he
George. Yeah.
Come on, George.
Maybe Jeff Bagwell's in the area.
Baggy, come on.
Maybe
Bish?
Nolan Ron. Whenever you hear those Nolan Ron commercials where he's talking about air conditioning or
That was a pretty spot on impression, right?
yeah, Nolan Ron.
First
Oh,
one was
so,
better.
oh, never mind. It's
No,
just
he's
Josh.
not here.
It's just Josh.
Yeah, don't look for a ball whizzing by your head just yet, or getting put in a headlock and getting pummeled. Anyway, okay, we'll wrap here. All right, so the main episode is now over. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Thanks for having me.
For Nathan, for Mike, make sure I hit the right thing here. I'm Josh. This is InterBrews.
This is InterBrews.
The preceding has been a presentation of Stewed Productions.